Yes, a very good morning to everybody. As you know that we started this chapter yesterday, Should Wizard Hit Mommy, and we've done more than half of it. So we'll continue with the rest of the chapter today. Okay, so yesterday we had started that the chapter is about storytelling session that goes on between and his daughter Jo. Always the basic tale remains the same. He tells her the story of a particular creature named Roger, and then what is the basic tale? Can anyone just elaborate upon the students? What is the basic tale that remains the same every time? It made the story very engrossing with his dramatic effects, with his gestures, with his change of voice and everything. And the daughter was very much interested in listening to the stories. And because the basic tale, so it was. She felt that the end was very predictable, and she was very happy. And now that she had grown up, she had started asking questions. But my question to you was, what was the basic tale? There was a creature named Roger. Then what happened? Yes, Tushita. And that Roger creature always had money less than what was demanded of him, and but the creature would also direct him to a place from where he could get those extra pennies. Okay, so the basic tale was always the same, and but with his dramatic effects, he tried to make it very engrossing for the child. And now, what changes had come up in Jo? The changes, it was the reality phase that had set in, and so she would keep on asking questions. She would not easily get convinced by each and everything that was told to her. Now, this particular story, which they started the other day, that was about Roger Skunk, and the problem of that animal was that creature was that it was a very smelly creature, so much so that no other animal in the forest wanted to play with him, and everybody just ran away the moment they saw him. And they had also started calling him Roger by the name Roger Stinky Skunk. And Jo felt very unhappy, sad by this, because she had not forethought, she had not foreseen that. But then that problem was also solved, because when he went to the wizard, and the wizard cast a magical spell, and he, as desired by that Roger creature, he had started smelling like roses. So everything was going on very well. But then we have to continue from page number 53 now. Jo was starting to fuss with her hands and look out of the window at the crack of day that showed under the shade. She thought the story was all over. No? Just like every story, had a happy ending. Uh, the stories which her father used to tell her, they always had a happy ending, and they were the end was very predictable. So even this time, she thought that the story was over. Jack did not like, underline this, another characteristic of the father. Jack didn't like women when they took anything for granted. Okay, underline this. If you're asked to draw a character sketch of Jack, there are various points that you would require later on. He liked them apprehensive. He liked them hanging on his words. What do you understand by apprehensive? What is apprehensive? He liked them apprehensive. What is apprehensive? Worried. One second. Okay. Apprehensive means worried. He liked them worried. He liked them anxious. He liked them hanging on to his words. And now, Jo, are you listening? Yes. Because this is very interesting. Roger Skunk's mommy said, "What's that awful smell?" What? And Roger Skunk said, "It's me, mommy. I smell." The moment he went home, the mother did not like the kind of smell that was coming from her child. He said, "What's that awful smell?" Says, "I smell like roses. It's me, mommy." And she said, "Who made you smell like that?" And he said, "The wizard." And she said, "Well, of all the number, you come with me, and we are going right back, and we are going to that very awful wizard." Jo sat up, her hands dabbling in the air with genuine fright. So she was actually frightened. She was actually afraid. "But daddy, then he must." Then he said, "About the other little animals run away." Her hands skittered off into the underbrush. What is skittered off? She started moving her hands very quickly, very briskly. Okay, so she did not like this kind of a response, and she had not anticipated this kind of a response from the mother. And she said the skunk might have told her that the other animals would run away. if he would again start smelling like the kind of smell that he had previously. All right, he said, but mummy को कहता ठीक है ऐसे ही बोला उसने, but mommy, all the other little animals run away. And she said, I don't care. You smell the way a little skunk should have, and I'm going to take you right back to that wizard. And she took an umbrella and went back with Roger Skunk and hit that wizard right over the head. Okay, she said this was your inherent, you had your inherent smell. Whatever God had gifted you, you had that smell. How dare you, how dare that wizard change that smell? Okay, so we are going to go right back to the wizard, and she took an umbrella with her and she hit that wizard with that umbrella. No, Joe said and put her hand out to touch his lips. Yet, even in her agitation, she did not quite dare to stop the source of truth. Inspiration came to her. Then the wizard hit her on the head. She said, no, the opposite thing happened. I don't want this, I don't like this kind of an ending for the story that you're telling me, father. So she told her daddy that the ending should be wizard hit her on the head and did not change that little skunk back. No, he said, wizard said, okay, no, he said this thing very firmly. The father said, no, this is not going to happen. The wizard said, okay. The skunk did not smell of roses anymore. He smelled very bad again. But the little animals, but oh, Joanne, it's daddy's story. He said, you are not to intervene, you are not to interrupt, and you cannot have the ending as you want. It is my story. Shall daddy not tell you any more stories? Her broad face looked at him through astounded. So she was very surprised and shocked. This is what happened then. Roger Skunk and his mommy went home and they heard woo woo, and it was the train bringing Daddy Skunk home from Boston. Everything happened just like it used to happen in the other stories, but the only difference was this time the ending was something very different which the child had not expected. And they had lima beans and they had celery, liver, mashed potatoes, and pie oh my for dessert. And when Roger Skunk, Mommy Skunk, Mommy Skunk came up and hugged him and said he smelled like her little baby skunk again. Who hugged him and said he smelled like her little baby skunk again, and she loved him very much. Okay, so she she adored her child the way he was. So when the smell came back of the peculiar smell that skunks have, she started she loved him very much, and she also hugged him. And that's the end of the story. But Joe doesn't like this end. She says, "But Daddy, what? Then did the other animals run away?" No, because eventually they got used to the way. Says they got used to the way he was and did not mind it at all. What's eventuality? She had never heard of this word eventually, so she didn't even know how to pronounce it. So that is why she asks her daddy again, what is eventuality? Means eventually. What is eventually? And eventually means in a little while. After a while, the animals got used to that smell, and they also they did not mind it at all. That was a stupid mommy. Underline how the father replied. It was not. He said with rare emphasis, he emphasized it very much and believed from her expression that she realized. So even the way he said, even the daughter could make out that he was defending his own mother to her, or something as odd. So, he was very much attached to his mother, as we had started yesterday. So, I told you that there are a little bit of the childhood experiences which the author had, John Updike himself had in his childhood. Okay, and how his mother had been a great support to him. So, he could never have a story in which something bad was said or something bad happened to the mother. So he could never ever allow that kind of a thing. So that is why he emphasized it very much. And he said that no, I'm not going to have this ending for the story. I cannot have the wizard hit mother. Okay, he says, now I want you to put your big heavy head in the pillow and have a good long nap. Okay, he adjusted the shade so as not even a crack of day showed, and he just tiptoed to the door. What is tiptoeing? He tiptoed to the door. What is tiptoed? Very simple. What is tiptoe? Quiet walking. And when you walk on your toes, okay, and without making any sound. So he tiptoed to the door and, in the pretense that she was already asleep, and as if he was hoping that the child would be asleep by now, and he was also pretending that I believe that you are asleep. Okay, but when he turned, she was still crouching on top of the covers and staring at him. And why was she doing so? Because she was not happy with the kind of an ending. Hey, get under the covers and fall fast asleep. Bobby's asleep. She stood up and she just bounced gingerly on the springs. Daddy, what? Tomorrow, I want you to tell me the story that the wizard took away that magic wand and hit that mommy. वो कहती मैं नहीं आप मैं मुझे ये story की ending पसंद ही नहीं आई. So tomorrow I want you to change the ending of the story. I want you to tell me that the ending was that wizard hit the mommy. Okay, her plump arms shocked forcefully right over the head. ठीक है सीधा उसके सिर पे मारा उसने विजर्ड ने. सो दिस इज व्हाट द काइंड ऑफ एंडिंग दैट आई वांट फॉर द स्टोरी. नो, दैट इज नॉट द स्टोरी. द पॉइंट इज that the little skunk loved his mommy more than he loved all the other little animals, and she knew what was right. वो कहते नहीं तुम्हें बात समझ ही नहीं आ रही है. ठीक है, it is not the question of wizard hitting the mommy, it is not the question of mommy hitting the wizard, it is the question of what is right for the child, and a parent, a mother knows best what is right for her child. Okay, and Roger Skunk also understood this because he loved his mother more than he loved anybody else, more than the animals. So for him, the priority was his mother. No, but she doesn't agree to it, and she says, "Tomorrow, you say he hit that mommy. Do it." She kicked her legs up and sat down on the bed with a great heave and complaint of springs. So she started jumping, and as she had done hundreds of times before, except that this time she did not laugh. She was not happy, so that is why she did not laugh. And she wanted her father to give her that kind of assurance, a reassurance that the next day mommy is going to be hit by the wizard. Okay, well, we'll see. Now at least have a rest. Stay on the bed, you are a good girl. He closed the door and he went downstairs. Claire had spread the newspapers and opened the paint can, and she was wearing an old shirt of his on top of her maternity smock. Okay, and was stroking the chair rail with a dipped brush. Above him, footsteps vibrated and he called, Joanne, shall I come? So, ऊपर अभी भी किसकी आवाज आ रही थी? She was still not asleep. Okay, he could hear her footsteps of his daughter. Shall I come up and spank you? What is spanking? She said, shall I come up and spank you? Yes. Yes, shall I just come up and hit you? Because you're not listening, you're not sleeping. So the footsteps hesitated, so they retreated. That was a long story, Claire said. No, the story had naturally become long because Joe did not like the ending of the story and she was asking questions time and again, so the entire process took a very long time. That is why Claire also complained that was a very long story. The poor kid, he answered with um, utter weariness, watched his wife labor. No? She was doing a lot of work now and he wanted to come early and help her. But he could not because the child was not sleeping. So he was also tired. The woodwork, a cage of moldings and rails and baseboards all around them was half old tan and half new ivory and half old tan and half new ivory, and he felt caught. Underline this. Why did he feel why did he feel caught in an ugly middle position? And though he was as well, and though he as well felt his wife's presence in the cage with him, underline this entire line. He felt caught in an ugly middle position, and though he as well felt his wife's presence in the cage with him, he did not want to speak with her, work with her, touch her, anything. So, what makes him, the very first question to you is, what makes him feel like this? What makes him feel that he was caught in an ugly middle position? Think over it and answer. What makes Jack feel caught in an ugly middle position? He was a very loving father, but he was also a very loving and a caring husband too. So he wanted to help out his wife. He knew that he would not be able to do the entire work herself, and he also wanted to make the daughter sleep. But he could not. He was not successful that day. He was not successful in doing either of the two. Okay, because the curious daughter, she kept on arguing with her father. She wanted a different ending for the story, and while the wife is also complaining, she said that you came after a very long time. You took so long. It was a long story. So he wanted to finish up the story very quickly. He wanted to help out his wife, but he could not do so. Okay, so while he went downstairs towards the end, he felt that the child was had now started resting. So and actually he had even he also had to give a warning to the child that he would come up and hit her if she did not sleep. And when he comes down finally, what is the complaint of the wife? That he had taken a very long time. So he's tired by the entire process, that ritual of storytelling. He's bored and he feels trapped, and he feels that he doesn't want to do anything now. So, that is why it is written that he feels caught in an ugly middle position. Got it? आगे समझ के नहीं आया? Yes or no? Okay, good. I think only Tushita has followed. Okay, reading with insight, we'll discuss these questions first. The first question is very, very important. What is the moral issue that the story raises? Batao ji. Moral issue kya hai? Think over it and tell. What is the moral issue that the story raises? When we started the chapter yesterday, it started with this thing only. That story raises a very important moral issue. What is the moral issue that the story raises? क्या है moral issue बच्चे? क्या हो सकता है? बताओ. What is the moral issue? If you look at the story, on the surface level, it appears to be a very simple bedtime story, which any parent would tell his or her daughter. Okay, but then what is the moral issue that it raises? Towards the end of the story, the kind of ending that the story had, that raises a question. What is the moral issue? The moral issue is that, are the parents always right in deciding what is best for the children, or do, as adults, do the parents have to show some kind of a respect towards the perspective of children? So, what do you feel? What do you feel? What do you feel about this question? Are parents always right in deciding what is right for the children, or the perspective, the opinion of the children should also be given some kind of respect? You know, the kind of smell that the skunk had, what had happened because of it? No other animal was playing with him. And the mother said that you have to willingly accept what is inherent in you. What is your inherent smell? What God has given you. Okay? But Roger Skunk was, the little child, Joe, she was with the skunk, and she felt that he smelled so awful that no other animal wanted to be his friend, wanted to play with him. Okay, so he got one chance to change that smell, and he was very excited when he started smelling like roses, because all the other creatures, all the other animals started playing with him. But then that, for the mother and for John Updike and for the father, okay, Jack, that is not right, because they all did not like the change, because it was like going against nature. You are, when you change what is inherent in you, you are defying the laws of nature. So this is what the mother said. So that is why she goes to the wizard and she makes him return that smell, that stinky smell. Okay, and what is it that Joe does? Joe kya karti hai? What is it that she does? She feels that he has the right to smell nice, because that ways he's able to befriend many animals there. So she feels that as a child, and as a little animal, he was entitled to that rosy smell. And she is very annoyed, she is very unhappy at the decision of the mother of that skunk. and she wants that the wizard should hit her hard on her head for forcing her son to let go of his desire to smell nice. ठीक है, आ गया समझ? मॉरल इशू समझ में आ गया? Okay, so how does Jo want the story to end and why? This is a very simple question. How does she want the story to end and why? I want, yes, Jo wants, let me just read out what Tushita had written and then somebody else has to add on to it. Jo wants the story to end on a note where the old wizard hits Mommy Skunk and refuses to get Roger back to his original smell. She wants this to happen because Roger Skunk being left alone, yes, by his friends. So she wanted this story to end on a very predictable kind of. She wanted that predictable kind of an ending, a happy ending, and like she had heard in her previous stories. She wanted that the skunk should hit the mommy because mommy had not let her son fulfill his desire. She had wanted that he should sacrifice his desire of smelling like roses. She had wanted that he should accept whatever has been given to him by, and he should not defy nature by having that rosy smell. So, why did she want that? She had wanted that, Jo had wanted that because by having that rosy smell, Roger was able to befriend many animals. Okay? Why does Jack insist that it was the wizard that was hit and not the mother? We've discussed it. Abhi aap bataoge. Bolo? Why does Jack insist that it was the wizard that was hit and not the mother? And now Tushita is not going to reply. We have so many students, 34, 30, around 39, 40 students. So I want somebody else to respond, not just Tushita. Why does Jack insist that it was the wizard that was hit and not the mother? I have told you about Jack's childhood. I had told you about how he attached he was to his mother and how he defended his mother. Now you need to elaborate upon it. He even goes on to call that was a stupid. Uh, uh, when Jo said that was a stupid mommy, yes, Aryan says Jack insisted. Let me read it out. Jack insisted that Jack insisted that it was the wizard that was hit and not the mother because he wanted to prove a point to Jo that the little skunk loved his mother more than he loved all the other little animals and his mother knew what was right for him. Yes, and he also very good and he also justified the act. When the child said it was a stupid mommy, he says no, it was not. So this shows that he maybe even the child could understand that. Yes, he wanted to convey that elders are always right, and maybe he was justifying his own attachment for his mother, and he felt that uh, mothers can never be wrong. Okay, so he did not like this fact when the daughter said that I want you to tell me a story the next day that mommy was hit by the wizard. Okay, so he says that wizards can be hit, but we can never have mothers be hit by any wizard or anybody else. So he feels that mothers are always justified, and because whatever is natural is always beautiful, it can never be disgraceful. Okay, so we have to accept as we are, as we should never give up our individuality as God has sent us. Whatever character, whatever natural traits we have, whatever appearance we have, or whatever characteristics we have to accept them, and we have to learn to live with them. What makes Jack caught in an ugly middle position? This we've discussed in detail. ये मैंने आपको बता दिया था. Can anyone just repeat that? अभी बताया मैंने towards when we finished up this story. What makes Jack feel caught in an ugly middle position? बताओ. We have discussed it. मैंने पूरा आंसर बताया आपको. अब आप मुझे बताओ what makes him caught in an ugly middle position? Yes, please. What makes Jack feel caught in an ugly? We have Adarsh, Aditi, Aniket, Ankit Tomar, Anmol Joshi, Anshika, Aryan Dutt, Aryan Jangra, Arivil Gurati, Geet, Harsirat, Inderjot, Ishita Jain, Jashanpreet, Jas Kaval, Jaskirat, Karandeep, Kartik, Kushmita, Manashvi, Mehak, Muskan Bedhan, Nehmat, Paramjot, Pavitra, Priyanshu, Pukhraj, Raghav, Rajdeep, Rashan, Saksham, Sehaj, Sinona, Shubkarman, Sudhir Chaudhary, Tanisha, Taranveer, Tarandeep, Tushita, Vanshika, Vasudha. So many students, and only two or three are participating. So please, I want more participants here. Don't just sit passively. Tarandeep says he was feeling helpless in handling his daughter who had started. Yes, just let me read. Jack was feeling helpless in handling his daughter who had started suddenly asserting her opinion about things. Moreover, he wanted to help his wife. So he felt trapped and uneasy and tired. And moreover, whatever, he wanted to do two things, and he could not do either of them properly. So Aryan says the result of the extension of the story proved unfruitful and unpleasant for Joe, Jack, and Claire. Joe wanted him to change the ending of the story. Claire complained that he had told a long story and he had taken a lot of time in coming downstairs, and Jack felt utter weariness, so he was very tired and did not want to speak with his wife or work with her or even touch her. Yes, very good. So he said he had started feeling tired and bored because of this entire exercise, which had proved to be futile. Okay, good. What is your stance regarding the two endings of Roger's Skunk story? Aap batao. This is your personal choice. What is your stance? आप क्या सोचते हो कैसी ending होनी चाहिए? But whatever you think, it has to be justified. Because in your second term, now you are going to have long answer questions. So your justification matters. You are going to be given marks on the basis of how you justify your answer. Because as in literature, we know very well that there is nothing as right or wrong. So as long as we are able to justify our point, marks are given to us. So tell me, what is your stance regarding the two ending of the story? Yes. In favor of Joe, and second is in favor of Jack. So, what is your stance? What do you feel should be the rightful ending of the story? Bolo, jaldi, 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 hurry up. The ending is justified as the mother. Okay, name it. She says the ending is justified as the mother was right because she wanted her child to embrace himself with all his faults and be happy. Yes, she felt that whatever God has given him, he should accept it without any questions. Okay, so and also you have to accept whatever is natural, and you cannot go against nature. Okay, so if you look from a mature point of view, as then you from an adult point of view, you might feel that this ending is right. But if you look from a point of view of a little child, then what? Then what? If you want to justify Joe's point of view, yes, they present two different points of views. Ending should have been that wizard hit mommy because he was not wrong. Elders can't be right always, and you can justify it by saying that if you look at it from the point of view of a little child, she could not bear that that little creature Roger. She could not see him unhappy again because he had lost his friends because of that smell, and she was very right in her opinion by saying that what he would miss out his friends, he would miss out his happiness if he had that previous smell again. And she did not like him have that awful and stinking smell. Okay, so her point of view is also, it is totally different, but it is equally valid because she cannot see the child suffering, and she cannot see the any kind of injustice being done to him just on account of his smell. Okay, so whatever you feel like, you can write and you can justify. Why is an adult's perspective on life different from that of a child's? Last question. Why is an adult's perspective different from that of a child? somebody else also has to respond or write. So I'm just reading out what Tushita has written. Adults' perspective on life is always different from children because there is always a big generation gap. No, that is you're definitely going to have two different points of view. Okay, the points of view are going to different opinions. Points of view they are going to be different whenever there is going to be a generation gap, and maturity level definitely is there. The adults are the adults are well experienced towards the world and life. They know the harsh reality of life from which the children are, yes, which is unknown to the children. Yes, anyone else? Bolo? Very good. Or children normally live in a world of fantasy. They live in a fanciful world. They want to see everything good and beautiful and nice. As it is, you cannot change what is being given to you by God. What is inherent in you, you cannot go against nature. You cannot change that. Okay, so when you start becoming mature, you start becoming more. You are more practical. You develop different kinds of philosophies. You develop psychological insight. You develop a reflective attitude. So the children, they want to have stories. They want to see a perfect world, even in the stories. Okay, Aryan has written out something. I'm just going to read it out. Children are young minds and seek the pleasures of life. Children are lovers of romance, beauty, and all things that are pleasant in nature. So they want everything that is beautiful around them. They cannot see anything that is awful, like a stinky smell. So for a child, it is very difficult for her to have the skunk that smell, because that would create a lot of problems in his life. That would make him unhappy. That would make him lose his friends. So that is why she feels that even the stories should have a perfect ending, and they see because they seek a perfect world everywhere. Okay, so that is why the child wants the wizard to hit the mommy, and she wants that she should take some the wizard should take revenge by hitting the mommy back. Okay, and but the view of the father is totally different, because he is watching everything from the moralistic point of view, from the adult perspective, from and if we just look at the kind of relationship he had with his mother. And so, or if we combine all these things together, we feel that definitely we are going to have two different perspectives when we talk about adults and children. Okay, so this is about the textbook questions. We are going to discuss more questions, but later on, not today. We would discuss more extra questions the next time whenever we meet next. Okay, ठीक है? Yes or no? Yes no तो बोल दिया करो. अब yes no भी नहीं बोलते हो. वो भी तुषिता ही बोलेगी और बाकी दो चार बच्चे बोलेंगे. आर्यन, तुषिता and just a handful of students. बाकी किसी का कोई response नहीं आता है. Okay, let me move on to the attendance part. I'll give you the assignment. Not today. I'll share it with you on Monday. Okay. Yes, roll number 1.